Denmark! Denmark!
Мужество отчаянных парней, в хоккей играют настоящие мужчины. Русский играет в хоккей, русский играет в хоккей. За воротами противников все чаще победный гол опять фиксирует фонарь. Но если надо, защищается блестяще великолепная пятерка и вратарь. Свой бой ведет героя дружина, верит мужество отчаянных парней, в хоккей играют настоящие мужчины. Русский играет в хоккей, русский играет в хоккей.
Приглашается сборная команда Дании. Приглашается сборная команда Латвии. Судьи лицензированные назначения Международной Федерации хоккея на льду.
The game officials have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Federation.
Главные судьи Линус и Ван Уиган.
The referees of the game, Linus and Mark Regan.
Линейные судьи Фрейзер Макентайр и Александр Ротов.
The lawyers of the game, Fraser McIntyre and Alexander Rotov.
Предлагаем стартовый состав сборной команды Латвии.
The starting lineup for the upcoming game of Team Latvia.
Вратарь номер 30.
In the goal for team number 30, Elvis Berzlikins.
Защитники номер 11.
On the bench, number 11, Christoph Solnieks.
И номер 13.
Number 13, Voltis Golinch.
Нападающий номер 16.
The forwards, number 16, Kosmas Galvavinch.
Номер 25.
Number 25, Andris James.
И номер 71.
And number 71, Robert Zvukas.
Представляет стартовый состав сборной команды Дании.
And now the starting lineup for the game of Team Denmark.
Вратарь номер 32.
And the goal for team number 32, Sebastian Damm.
Защитники номер 5.
On the bench, number 5.
Denmark and Latvia, Sebastian Damm, Elvis Merzlikins, your netminders for this game.
It's been a good start to the tournament for Merzlikins, some good numbers for him and for Damm, who came in relief in that game against Russia as Lars Bolden was pulled. It was a 10-1 loss, but not much help for netminders in that one.
2 and 3 in the goaltending save percentage department. Sebastian Damm is number 2 at .937. Elvis Merzlikins is number 3 at .925. Both have been outstanding.
Important game for these two teams as Denmark has a chance to tie Switzerland for fourth, and Latvia is just trying to keep pace with the pack.
And this one is underway as Daniel Nielsen takes it back in behind his own net for Denmark. Denmark, a tough game last night against Russia. There's that line of Mosiak, or rather Sapachov, Dodonov, and Panarin put on a clinic. Deflected off a skate, Jannik Hansen going after it. And Galvins gets back there first for Latvia. He'll play it for Sotnieks. And Sotnieks swings it out at center. Bukarts drops it for Zarins. Zarins hits the line and in. Tried to drop it for Dogovins. Dogovins sends it around the boards. And sent all the way back down low by Sabauskas. Shot from the line, that got blocked. As getting in front of that was Nicholas Jensen. And this slides down onto Merzlikins' doorstep, and he'll hang it.
Jensen just trying to get it deep into the zone. And the Latvian fans looking to celebrate their team's first win, and so is head coach Leonid Berezhnevs. And Jan Carlsen, the head coach for Denmark, his third consecutive World Championship as head coach.
Taken at the line by Lassen, played down for Jensen, throws it to the front of the net, it got blocked. And back for Andrasis. Andrasis into the slot. Against Maya, couldn't get the shot through. Maya back to the line, and the slap shot there by Yerofeis did not go as well as he would have liked. A flutterer into the glove of Sebastian Dom.
You look at both these teams, and mentioned the big loss that Denmark had. They both had heartbreaking losses to Switzerland. Latvia fought back against Switzerland to lose. It was a shot with 1:29 left by Eric Blum that won the game for Swiss 5-4. Denmark up 2-0. Swiss tie it, overtime. Eric Blum scored the overtime winner to win.
Controlled off the face-off by Freebergs, plays it down low. Sorokovs is after it, knocked away from him. Pavlovs for Latvia, back at the line. And Sorokovs, Maxim Sorokovs, couldn't hold it in, cleared down the ice. After it, Sorokovs to the corner boards along with Bjorkstrand. And snapped around at center where Oliver Lauritsen will play it across for Nicholas Jensen. And Nicholas Jensen will send it in. Again, no Jesper B. Jensen for Denmark, done for the tournament. Shoulder surgery, concussion. Daniel Nielsen back in behind his own net. He leads Denmark in ice time, 122 shifts coming into this game for 84 minutes and 44 seconds of playing time. Marcus Lauritsen puts this back to the Latvian line. Big hit at the line as Daniel Nielsen stepped into his man and spilled Abels. Jannik Hansen trying to steal, gets it for Lars Eller. Eller trying to get it up front for Hansen, tipped away, and back up the ice for Rodrigo Abels. No worse for wear after that hit. Zarin sends it back to the line. The quick shot by Bukarts ricochets wide, and Mats Bodker will settle it down.
That was a clean hit by Nielsen too, just stepping up. Didn't have much force, but caught Abels not looking.
Nikolai Ehlers, outstanding career in the Quebec Junior League and a fine rookie season in the NHL for the Winnipeg Jets. Ehlers has the puck, throws it to the front of the net. That got redirected to the near side boards. Jannik Hansen trying to steal from Galvins, does, and then Galvin steals it back. Cleared out at center, Eller couldn't handle it. Here comes Dogovins. Dogovins with Bukarts. Bodker knocked it away from Dogovins. Now he does get it to Bukarts. Back for Dogovins. Zygmunt Girgensons now out there, chases that puck to the near side. And getting there first was Lassen, and he'll play it back for Bodker. Bodker's pass for Nicholas Jensen. Jensen takes a bit of a hack there from Girgensons. Keeps on going though. Played around the boards and Grabbed off by Sabauskas. Lead pass, Girgensons back at the line. Shot by Andrasis, and Girgensons making a little bit of contact there with Sebastian Dom.
Well, Girgensons plays the game like that. He's going to drive that middle lane. Just an outside shot. Andrasis and Dom able to make the save. And Oliver Lordson does a good job protecting the front of the net. There's the hit by Nielsen on Abels. Just kind of steps up. Abels almost tried to get out of the way, and as he does, he goes up, gets twisted around, and down he comes.
Oliver Lordson up the left side boards for Storm. And that is going to get called icing, despite the fact it was the defenseman that stood up. And I think that's what Frederick Storm is discussing now with Lordson as he looked over at the linesman as well.
I think that was his argument, but it's going to come back to the Denmark zone.
Face off for Latvia. Played around for Andrasis. Andrasis trying to work it free. Girgensons has been the big face-off man for Latvia. Has taken 73 draws in the 4 games. Has won 56% of them. And this is going to be an icing call against Denmark.
Sorokoff just sends it down the length of the ice. This Denmark team, it was a tough loss to 10-1, but it gave head coach Jan Carlson an opportunity. Some guys that don't play big minutes did play big minutes. Marcus Lordson, who hasn't played much in the tournament, played. Stefan Lassen led the team. I think we'll see a lot more of Oliver Lordson, the big defenseman, in this one.
Girgensons wins the face-off and then heads to the bench on the line change as it's cleared down the ice. Daniel Nielsen for Mads Christensen. He'll send it in. Chopped up the boards. Denmark to the attack, grabbed and sent around by Edgar Sixna. Lippins will leave it in behind his own net. Sixna will start the attack. Pavlovs cut it laterally at the line, dumps it in, goes into the corner along with Stefan Lassen. Ronald Kennens dropped it at the line, but it came out. And Yerofeyevs has to play it back for Kennens. Kennens sends it through, where it's backhanded in by Alexis Sorokovs. Lassen for Starkov. Kirill Starkov trying to split the defense. Into the corner along with Freebirds and up for Kennens. Kennens out there with Zarins and Dogovins. Redlich not in the lineup for Latvia, so that has caused some line juggling.
Oh, he's leading Latvia in scoring, 3 goals, 5 points in this tournament.
It's in that part of the tournament where if anybody is nicked up and you're heading into your final couple of big games, you want to try to get as many healthy bodies as possible. Ehlers gets knocked down there by Galvins. Emil Christensen plays it back for Ehlers to the front of the net looking for Jannik Hansen. And Merzlikins will hang on to it. Denmark and Latvia scoreless in the first.
No score yet between Denmark and Latvia. Another team really with a great opportunities in the feeling out process to start this game.
Some new players en route for Sweden. Matthias Ekholm on Andre Burakovsky, who was born in Austria but grew up in Sweden. They are on their way to join Sweden. Not sure they'll be here in time for tomorrow's game against Norway. It's a triple header, and Norway and Sweden are in the first of the 3 games. It'll be a 12:15 local start. That'll be followed by Russia and Switzerland, which will be followed by Kazakhstan and Latvia. Yannick Hansen crosses the red line, sends it in to the backboard with Galvins. Hansen gets the return pass from Lars Eller. On it now, Nikolai Ehlers the shot, and the save made by Merzlikins. On it is Girgensson. Jams it out to center ice for Jens Maya, but right back in now for Denmark. Ehlers controls on the near side boards. Ehlers leads Denmark in shots on goal. Gets it to Lars Eller, and a good right arm save by Merzlikins. Prevents him from getting the game's opening goal.
Denmark looks to that line to give some offense, and Nikolai Ehlers having a very good tournament, his first World Championship.
Here comes Jensen. Nicholas Jensen fires. And save made by Merzlikins.
So look at Nikolai Ehlers, his little play up the wall, just throws it to the net. Eller is parked in front, and then nice feed to Eller on this one, and Eller with a quick release, little sweeping one-timer. Merzlikins able to get the blocker up to make the save.
Lars Eller. Nikolai Ehlers, in 2 years in the Quebec Junior League, 114 games played, 205 points. In his rookie year, he was a +65. Needless to say, was the rookie of the year. Frederick Storm in the corner, plays it, got bumped on the play, and Lordson, Oliver Lordson, plays give and go with Emil Christensen. Christensen feeds it right side, sent in by Nicholas Jensen. Jensen after it along the boards, trying to work it free from Yerofeyevs. Gets it for Morten Madsen. Madsen dumped it in front of the net, and unable to get a stick on that was Bjorkstrand, who was coming off the bench and did not get picked up until he was in a scoring position. Sabalskis back for Latvia. Latvia 0-2-2. A couple of extra time losses in the 4 that they have lost. So they have picked up a couple of points. And Denmark 1-2-1. Sitting with 4 points. Czech Republic, another win this afternoon. And leading Group A with 14 points now. Russia in second with 9, and Sweden next with 8.
Mentioned Latvia, their ability to come from behind. They were down 3 goals to Switzerland. They scored 3 straight to tie. Then it was a little back and forth, and it was a late goal by Switzerland that won that game. They have been in it. They've lost 3 games by 1 goal, and yet to find their first win. As Denmark started the tournament great, that 3-0 win over Norway.
That was a wild game between Latvia and Switzerland. As you mentioned, down 3-0. There was 3 goals scored in 5 minutes and 3 seconds. And then they scored 3 goals in 5 minutes and 12 seconds to tie it. And then, as you mentioned, Blum got the winner late. Starkov couldn't get a shot away, and back for Latvia with Bukarts. Plays it, short side chance there for Bukarts. Morten Olsen's pass hit Girgenssen's, and Drasis back for Girgenssen's of the Buffalo Sabres. Back to the line. Freebergs plays it cross ice, and Sorokov's shot sailed wide. Girgenssen's on it again, trying to get it back to the line, and Matthias Bau breaks it up and sends it down the ice. A complete line change for Denmark. You can hear the Latvian fans in the background.
Drums are out.
Oliver Lordson tied up. Back to the blue line it comes, and this gets past Galvins. And back out at center ice. corralled by Girgensons. Feeds it for Sotniaks, and then Girgensons heads to the bench. Sotniaks, watched by Oliver Lordson. Tries to dump it out front. Can't. Maya is after it. Nicholas Jensen takes him out, and that allows Lars Eller to get the puck, and then Lars Eller gets tripped. And Denmark is going to get the game's first penalty, as it'll be Vitaly Pavlovs who will go to the penalty box for tripping. Hansen for Lawrenson, and now Pavlovs will touch the puck and head straight to the penalty box.
Pavlov's taking the offensive zone penalty all the way in the offensive zone behind the net as he trips up Lars Eller, and he'll head right to the penalty box. Eller did a good job, wins the battle in the corner, and trying to get away. Pavlov's stick gets into the feet. So first power play of the game goes to Denmark, 3 for 15 in the tournament. Nikolai Ehlers has 2 of those 3 power play goals.
That was referee Linus Oland of Sweden that made that call. The other referee is Mark Wiegand of Switzerland, Fraser McIntyre of the United States, and Alexander Odmakov of Russia are your linesmen for this game tonight. Yerofeyevs gets bumped in the corner by Frederick Storm. The puck gets cleared down the ice. Daniel Nielsen back for it. In for Morton Green. Plays it back for Frederick Storm. He has the other power play goal for Denmark in this tournament. Morton Green plays this back for Daniel Nielsen and back for Green. Madsen. Up top for Nicholas Jensen. Jensen the shot. Score off the crossbar. The Denmark players have their hands in the air. That'll get reviewed. Came out relatively quickly, so
there was a lot of room on that high glove side on Merzlikins. I don't think he was able to pick that puck up. It was Frederick Storm right beside the net. He was pretty adamant that that went in.
Sent in by Nikolai Ehlers. Played around the boards. 38 seconds left in the power play for Denmark. Jannik Hansen plays it back in behind his own net. Here comes Marcus Lawrence, and we'll find out via video review whether Denmark actually is up 1-0. Jannik Hansen takes it wide. Galvin's after him. Back for Lars Eller. Eller, nice move to get away from Galvin's. Dishes it off for Ehlers. Ehlers takes the pass. Ehlers into the high slot, sends it down for Lars Eller. Eller at the line for Marcus Lawrenson and gets it back. Hans Christensen is in front of the net. Cross-ice feed for Ehlers. Couldn't get that bouncing puck to settle down. And out of the penalty box now is Pavlovs. And Merzlikins is going to grab this and hang on to it.
Nicholas Jensen with the wrist shot, and he's not sure, but I think they're going to have to take a look at this. Take a look at the officials. Quick shot by Jensen on the power play, and they'll have time to take a look at this. Here's a look at Jensen, who already has a couple of goals in the tournament, and here's the shot by Jensen.
And it's a goal.
And that definitely does go in, so they'll have to reset everything as it goes in on the top bar behind, just above the camera. And that is a good goal, a power play goal for Denmark.
So Nicholas Jensen makes it 1-0 Denmark.
good goal by Nicholas Jensen. And Denmark grabs the 1-0 lead, so they'll have to go back in time a little bit. As Merzlikins, there's the reaction from Jensen and his teammates after the goal was confirmed.
So a power play marker. Fourth power play goal of the tournament for Denmark. And the early lead. It's something to build on after a tough night against Russia last night.
Yes.
That would be one of those where I'm sure after the game the coach just basically said, let's forget about this one and let's start thinking about tomorrow.
Oh, and that's the thing. You can't let that sit and stew. They had to move on. There's lots of games, and this would be one of the games. A lot of these teams have certain games they look at that they know are a better opportunity for them to pick up points, to pick up wins. And both these teams would look at one another and think that, although Latvia said they played well, they almost upset the Czechs. They took a lead with just over 2 minutes left, and it was a goal with 10 seconds left by Michael Ripek of the Czech Republic that tied it.
We've seen some good things in this tournament from Nicholas Jensen. Really shoot the puck, skates well.
First round pick by Vancouver, was traded to the Rangers. Didn't play with Vancouver this past season, but 2 years ago he was able to pick up some games. Played 24 games with Vancouver, 3 goals, 3 assists. Split last year between Utica and Hartford of the American Hockey League. Head coach Jan Carlson happy with what he saw, and Lino and Berezhnev probably not as happy as thought they had that penalty killed, and yet to go back, and it was a good goal by Jensen.
Another bad start for Belarus, down to Germany 3-0. Jurgensen curls. Back at the line, this gets deflected out in center. Sabalskis will play across ice for Sixna, and it ends up back in the Denmark zone. Stefan Lassen, tight turns, trying to find some room against Maya. Can't. He'll get some help, and Lars Eller will send it ahead for Nikolai Ehlers. Here comes Ehlers, sharp angle. Tried to go high, short side, looking for that top corner, and Merzlikins got enough of it.
So much speed from Nikolai Ehlers. He was able just to split through, and then real good hands to be able to bring that back. Had some room up top on the short side.
First World Championship for him. Did not participate last year. It was a long year for him. Some of the players, and George Sorensen is dressed as the backup netminder tonight for Denmark. They were in a summer tournament in Alberta, then a December tournament in Saskatchewan. Then he had the World Junior Championships, and then the playoffs, Ehlers and Sorensen both. And by the end of the year, Ehlers did come up to the Winnipeg Jets right at the end of their playoff drive, and did not go to the World Championship last year in the Czech Republic. Galvins carries in, wrist shot stopped by Sebastian Dom, and around for Marcus Lordson, who has settled in after not playing the first few games. He was dressed but didn't play. Had a rough start to his first game yesterday. Took a couple of penalties, but after that kind of settled down.
Well, he played 18 minutes and 25, second most on the team.
Nicholas Jensen, who opened the scoring in this game, chips it back at center. And back for Freebergs to start it up for Latvia. In it goes. After it, Krasevskis in on the forecheck with a good bump. But cleared ahead. Mads Christensen tried to feed it through. It got blocked, and then covering up quickly was Lassen. And it gets slipped back into the Latvian zone. Under 5.5 now left to go, opening period. Bjorkstrand winds his way into the Latvian zone, got stripped of the puck. Controlled at the line by Mats Bodker. Lassen the shot. And Merzlikins with another good save. Merzlikins was busy right from the get-go. That opening game, they lost 2-1 in overtime to Sweden. They were outshot 44-21.
Oh, Nikolai Ehlers almost able to extend that lead. There's the play just breaking through the defenseman. He brings it back, trying to shovel that up high. There was a little bit of room over that left shoulder, but couldn't get the puck elevated quickly enough.
So the Ehlers, Jannik Hansen line back out. They get their share of ice time for Denmark. Denmark, of course, will host the World Championships. Not next year, but the year after. Icing is going to be the call next year. Paris, France, Cologne, Germany.
Right now, Latvia having trouble getting out of their own end. Couple icings in a row as the defense pair trying to get off the ice. Look at the sixth of it. Or Sorokov's, excuse me, number 3 for Latvia. The defenseman has iced it twice in a row.
3 times Latvia has finished 7th at the World Championship. That is their best ever finish. And that did come outside the line and cleared back in by Nicholas Jensen. Milos Jannik Hansen.
Hansen had the only goal in that 10-1 loss to Russia. Vancouver Canuck player, a long time Canuck, 9 years, or 8 seasons with the Canucks, 537 games.
2004 draft. Galvins for Sotniaks. And back for Galvins. Long right wing feed. Here comes Bukarts. Drops for Sotniaks, who joins the rush. His backhand shot caroms to the near side boards. Sotniak's the one-timer off that feed from Bukarts. Doggerman's had it get away from him. Sotniak jumps on it. Taken to the side boards by Jensen. Here comes Lars Eller. Eller sends it for Ehlers. And Ehlers tried to drag it to the middle. Eller gets it. And a right pad save by Merzlikins.
Good poke check right at the last second as Ehlers trying a little toe drag.
Hansen directing traffic, letting everyone know that he was headed to the bench on a line change. And that gets flipped in by Nielsen, and Merzlikins will hang on to it. Some frustration there from Nikolai Ehlers.
There's a chance for Lars Eller right in front. A quick shot on the right pad of Merzlikins. As Ehlers tried to toe drag, but Bukarts, nice little poke check, and then it went right to Eller in the high slot.
Merzlikins, a Columbus Blue Jacket draft pick, 2014. Plays for Lugano in the Swiss League. His first World Championship, and I'm sure the Columbus Blue Jackets are thrilled with what they have seen from him. We asked Sergei Bobrovsky for a scouting report. Bobrovsky, of course, a Vezina Trophy winner with Columbus. And there's a shot grabbed and held by Merzlikins.
Mark Madsen just taking the shot, so pace is slowed a bit here at the end, and Denmark just throwing long-range shots, floating them in, and Merzlikins with the easy save.
Madsen leads Denmark in the face-off category, 74 face-offs coming into this game. Success rate of 63.5. Morton Green out now with Mads Christensen and Bjorkstrand. And they'll do the face-off honors all over again. 3:22 left to go in period 1 as we look at Emil Christensen.
Christensen just another long-range shot from the wall.
Next up for Denmark, they'll get a day off tomorrow after playing yesterday and today. They'll meet the Czech Republic on Sunday. Doesn't get much easier. And Latvia's back at it tomorrow. And they'll take on Kazakhstan. And another penalty coming. This one's going to go to Denmark. So Latvia will get the opportunity to go to the power play as Emil Christensen is going to go for holding. Barring a goal here. And a quick shot over top the net by Doggermans. Dogovins, who had some overtime magic last year, has had the opportunities this year, but unable to capitalize. And now a shot by Sorokovs gets held. And it's going to be a cross-checking call against Damo Christensen. And he's over to try and have a debate with the referee.
You know, Christensen, one of those players in the first couple of games that did not see much ice time, but because injury is out more, and pretty tough to argue that when you do it about 3 feet from the ref. He takes down Ronald Pennins. So Latvia gets their first power play and a chance to tie this game up late in period number 1.
Looks like he got his stick on top of the pants.
Just the whole push down.
Kind of shoved him down to the ice. And got himself 2 minutes for his efforts. 1-0 Denmark on a power play goal. Bukarts will settle it down. Pete Zarens back for Bukarts. Dogovins is in front. Karams and Zarens will elect to send it back for Sotnieks. For Sabalskis and down for Bukarts. Bukarts sets it up on a tee, scores! Zarens on a great feed, and Latvia has tied the game.
Penalties can hurt you, and Denmark has seen it before. They have taken the most minors in this tournament, and the one that Christensen leads to this late goal by Zarens off that fantastic feed from Bukarts. Takes his time, looks where he wants to put it, and just rips it home. As Bukarts, a great feed. As you see, Zarens just kind of pops into that open space where he can get the seam pass and a perfectly placed shot to the top left-hand corner.
Well done in the mobile truck. That is a great look. That youngster's awful happy. What a terrific pass. Put it right to the stick. So a couple of power play goals, and we have a 1-1 tie. Well done by the camera crew. Galvin sends it around the boards. Morten Madsen gets tied up in the corner by a couple of Latvian players. Sotnieks kicks it over for Galvins. Galvins feeds it through for Mayan. Mayan trying to find Jurgensen's. Jurgensen plays it around the boards. Andrasis was tied up. And back for Bjorkstrand. Takes it wide. Shot to the short side. That is grabbed. Merliskas is going to hang on to that.
Bjorkstrand having some words with Sixten now. Two of them came together after that shot by Bjorkstrand driving down, and there's going to be a penalty.
It is going to be going to
Bjorkstrand, I think, is going to get the penalty.
Yes.
For slashing. I don't want to say we're seeing it again, but we've seen Denmark in 3 out of the 4 games take 8 penalties, minors in each of those.
Just too many.
It is. It's too many, and it hurts them, gets them in trouble. It's the initial shot. Sixten just rubs Bjorkstrand out, and there's the slash. Retaliatory penalty. One you can't take, especially after just giving up a power play goal. Denmark, who was in control, penalties may hurt them.
So number 5, Sixten doesn't get 2. Bjorkstrand gets 2. So Latvia right back to the power play. Zarens, who has the goal. Sotnieks, and looking for that high tip from Dogovins. So Leonid Brezhnevs has done some juggling with his power play. This is a different look. Early in the tournament, they had Big Six Jurgensen's in front of the net. And now they've worked it more around the outside. Slap shot by Sotnieks. Let that one go quickly. Zarens for Dogovins, and he tried to spin it back for Sabalskis.
I almost wonder if Dogovins is starting to force the plays here, looking to find that first goal. It's such a good tournament last year. Led the team with 5 goals in the 7 games, and he's yet to find the back of the net, but he does have a pair of assists.
He had 5 goals and 9 assists last year. Taken along the boards. Girgensons trying to shovel that out front. He got knocked down by Stefan Lassen. Sorokovs down for Maya, in for Andrasis. And now Girgensons heads to the front of the net. Andrasis puts us there. Girgensons almost got the tip. Took a look at the clock. Knew it was kind of running out here in the opening period.
Well, a period in which Denmark had control, but some penalty trouble, and Latvia's back in this one with the power play goal.
So it's 1-1, and Latvia will start the second period on the power play with 31 seconds left in the man advantage.
This is the decisive second. The second when you act. The point of no return. This is where you meet yourself. This is where a new adventure begins. This is the moment. This is your time. Tiso.
Хоккей – это спорт, где все относятся к своему делу по-особенному. И болельщики, и хоккеисты. Здесь каждый старается изо всех сил и выкладывается на полную. Поэтому мы поддерживаем чемпионат мира по хоккею уже много лет. И вкладываемся в тех, кто выкладывается. Райфайзенбанк. Разница в отношениях. Где же это? Наши победы. Это наша игра. Это наш хоккей. И это у нас не отнять. Ингустар. Официальный партнер чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года.
The smell of your skin lingers on your flight back to your hometown. I need some shelter of my own protection, baby. Be with myself and center. Peace, serenity.
Power play goals by Jensen and Zarens. Sebastian Dom has let one in. Lickens has let one in. And Denmark will be shorthanded to start the second period.
And that's where Denmark got themselves into trouble in the past. And a little bit in that first period as Patrick Bjorkstrand is still in the box for the 31 seconds. Denmark outshot Latvia 12-8 in period number 1, but each team able to capitalize with the man advantage.
Plenty of history to this World Championship, and Canada's involved in a lot of it. 1920, all the way back then, Canada won a gold medal. Used to be part of the Olympic Games, and then eventually became part of the World Championship. But one of the great stories was 1961, when the Trail Smoke Eaters represented Canada and won gold. In behind the net, controlled, slapped off the boards, and this will make it all the way down the ice.
Bodies everywhere. Zarens very slow to get up, left back in the Denmark zone.
Bukarts dishes it off, power play over, Dogovins carries it in. So Latvia 1 for 2 on the power play now. Chance in front for Girgensons. What an absolutely terrific save by Sebastian Dom.
Wow, the left pad of Sebastian Dom just saved a goal for his team, but Denmark, and we just talked about it, back to the penalty box. Oliver Lortson for tripping, as it's Bukarts with a great little play to the corner. He gets a step on Lortson. Lortson's gonna trip him up, and Dom absolutely robbed Zemgus Girgensons off the back side with a great left pad save.
27 penalties for Denmark, and we don't think that total's right.
There's 2 more, and they almost, Christensen could have took one off that opening draw.
Here comes Andrasis. Winds his way in, dishes it off. Mea. Back for Andrasis. Zarens in front of the net. He has the power play goal. Or is that Girgensons? That's him, because Girgensons in front of the net. Back at the right point. Sorokas back for Galvins. Girgensons to the whack at the rebound, scramble, and it ends up in the corner. Andrasis gets knocked down. Girgensons is on the puck. Tees it up, and that shot goes off the stick and out of play.
Mark Green does a good job getting over as Girgensons just taking that puck out of the pile. Good play getting it to the net. There's the earlier. Zarens goes up and over, runs into Dogovins. He could have jammed up his arm, and the goal scored for Latvia.
7 seasons in the KHL with Riga for Zarens. Spent some time in the Ontario Hockey League. Was the first Kingston player to score in the new K-Rock Center. That was back in 2008. Shot scored! Dogovins on the power play.
2 power play goals, and I'll tell you what, Robert Bukarts, a second fantastic pass. He made the great play to Zarens on the first power play goal by Latvia, and now this time he is going to find Dogovins, who finally gets the puck to the back of the net, and just a great play from behind the net. Bukarts going to pass it as Nielsen doesn't have that stick in a very good position, and everyone just leaves Dogovins all alone, and he rips that past Sebastian Dom. Latvia grabs the 2-1 lead.
The penalties continue to dog Denmark as Dogovins scores. And Latvia up by 1. Nicholas Jensen for Morten Madsen. Madsen's the best face-off man for Norway. Won 5 of 7 in that opening period. Madsen's on it, shovels it in behind the net. Yerofeyev plays it around. Lawrence is there. Frederick Frederick Storm takes it out front, trying to get a shot through, could not. Jensen sends it back in deep. Nicholas Jensen, all tied up there with Yerofeevs. Grabbed off by Frederick Storm, takes it to the net. A wraparound try, and Jensen couldn't jam it home.
Langmer's Lickens very quick to get to the left side. They're up against the post as Jensen tried the wraparound.
So a good response shift for Denmark. They wave off icing here. That will start a line change for both teams. Jensen ahead for Bjorkstrand. And Bjorkstrand will send it into the Latvian zone. It doesn't get deep, and it's right back out at center ice. Jensen back for Patrick Bjornstrand. Sends it back for Jensen, and he'll send it back for Bjorkstrand. Back forward, Freebirds. And around for Abels. Plays it through, gets it back, save made. Dom slap shot from the line by Sorokovs. And a good glove save by Sebastian Dom.
Sebastian Dom's had to come up with a couple of saves. Sorokovs gets all of that one. Gets it past Bjorkstrand. There's the chance for Nicholas Jensen on the wraparound. Merzlikins, a great read by the Latvian goaltender as he's going to push off that right leg. Gets it up against the post. A little help from his defenders.
Marcus Lauritsen jams this behind his own net. Germany still up on Belarus, 3-0 over in St. Petersburg. Good work by Andrasis. A little stick handling off his knees. Jurgensen's to the front of the net. And Sebastian Dom with a right pad save off Maya.
Maya does a good job just driving that middle lane, and Gintz Maya got a good stick, good feed by Jurgensen's. Latvia seems to have a lot of jump here as they've been able to score the last 2 goals. Dom with another save in this period. Latvia could have a couple. Had their chances.
Dogovan's out to take the face-off against Lars Eller. Latvia back at it tomorrow against Kazakhstan. Bodker tries to play this up the boards. Dogovan's trying to hold it in, and now it's out in center. Yannick Hansen couldn't get anywhere. Dogovan's carries in, has Bukarts with him, and a good defensive play there by Stefan Lassen to break it up. Bodker for Yannick Hansen. He got double teamed. And Dogman sends Maya away. Gets Maya, drops it back for Jurgensen, and it got away from him. Jensen slips it through the legs of Maya, and up the left side wall where Storm will go across ice for Jensen, trying to play it through for Morten Madsen, and offside is called against Denmark. Again, a bit of a late call.
A little bit late. Well, there's the drums the Latvian fans have. You can hear them being played almost non-stop. They've got their different cheers.
The mascot, a Siberian Husky. Mentioned the Trail Smoke Eaters. Bobby Crom was coach of that team. And Jackie McLeod, who went on to coach the Saskatoon Blades, led Canada in scoring with 4 goals and 14 points back in 1961. You wouldn't remember that?
No, I wasn't here yet. That's why I leave that information for you.
That was a youngster, but it was quite a story.
I like the name.
Taken in the high slot, and a wrist shot by Frederick Storm is grabbed by Elvis Masolskis or Merzlikins, and he'll hang on to it. Masolskis and Merzlikins, 2 netminders for Latvia.
And if you combine the names, you get that.
Yes. which is what I just did.
It's not the first time we've mixed up names over here, but for the most part, get them right.
Morton Green will take this face-off. It's an easy one. Faces off against Alexis Sorokovs, and now Green's going to get tossed. And Mats Christensen will go in and take the face-off. Sorokovs maxims around the boards. And Pavlovs will cover up in his own zone for Latvia. For Savalskis, up for Sorokovs, too far. Taken by Daniel Nielsen. Slides it through for Morton Green. Green to the front of the net. And that's off the stick of Sorokovs and out of play.
Morton Green, 14th World Championship for the 35-year-old. He's been 6 straight years now as the captain for Denmark. The fans here, there is some Danish fans that are in the building. Usually both teams have their share.
Copenhagen and Herning will be the two cities that will host the 2018 World Championship. You know, Italy is hoping that neither France nor Germany get relegated on the other side. That would put Italy in the tournament. Another defenseman is down for Denmark. That's Daniel Nielsen.
Well, he's arguing for a call here. Players going for the puck.
Appears to be all right. It is 2-1 Latvia.
Two goals by Latvia have them ahead 2-1 over Denmark, and Daniel Nielsen went down right before the break. Took a high stick. It was, I believe, the stick of Abels of Latvia. Kind of the combination went up and it cut Daniel Nielsen, but it was hard to catch it. Everyone missed it. Morton Green arguing over there to see. As Abels reaches back, his stick's gonna go up. It's almost like Nielsen swats the puck, swats Abels' stick into his face.
And the toe of the blade comes up and does clip Daniel Nielsen. He'll need a little attention. There's Rodrigo Abels.
Oh, they're out there cleaning up the ice. A little bit of blood from Nielsen.
Belarus is on the board. A terrific individual effort by Stepanov. Basically went coast to coast.
Well, I'm sure we talk about Canadians, North Americans over. Dave Lewis, the head coach for Belarus, and probably not pleased with that 3-0 deficit Belarus was to Germany after the first 20 minutes of play. They poured it on a little bit in that second period.
Belarus finally picking up its first victory to get to the 3-point mark, and it was a comeback victory for them over Slovakia. So the only team without a point in the tournament so far is Hungary.
But their fans have made up for it.
Yes.
They deserve a lot of points. Fantastic support.
Zarins for Bukarts. Bukarts the shot. Sebastian Dahm makes the save and hangs on.
Credit to Brezhnevs as we look at Jan Carlson. Another defenseman leaves. Nielsen's going to go back to the room, maybe to get patched up. I was mentioning Brezhnevs, the head coach for Latvia, juggled his lines a little bit tonight. He broke up the line of Gergensons, Dogovins, and Kennans, and has kind of spread them out. line there with Bukarts and Dogmans and Zarins has been able to be quite effective.
Haven't seen a lot of Ronald Kenneth, only 3 minutes of ice time in that opening period. Clean win for Lars Eller. Lassen, Healers. After it goes Eller. Jannik Hansen couldn't get it. Here comes Zarins for Bukartson. Fires it into his own bench.
Well, he's got 2 beautiful assists in this game, so I know he has better hands than that, but it's a little too much as Bukarts gets right under that one and sends it. See some of the coaches. Bukarts played in the Czech League last year. Had 36 games, 19 goals, 31 points, but previously 206 career KHL games.
A couple of the trainers and some of the players at that end of the bench ducking.
Not much flow to this second period as it's whistles. This one's Nicholas Jensen. And we have someone coming from the back room at number 78.
So it's a new jersey for Daniel Nielsen.
That's interesting.
Must have dropped some blood onto his other one.
Not often that extra jersey, you just have a 78 kicking around.
Maybe somebody ran up to the souvenir stand. 3 power play goals in this game, 2 of them by Latvia. They have the 1-goal lead after Nicholas Jensen opened the scoring for Denmark. Frederick Storm is stopped at the line. Here comes Girgensons. Sends it back into his own zone. Sixton tried to play it up the boards. That got blocked. And Denmark back in on the attack, but is grabbed off by Sabalskis. Up for Maya. Maya had to get away from him, and Frederick Storm will chip it back in. Girgensons back in his own zone in a defensive position, grabs the puck, and sends it ahead for Andrasis, and he'll send it in. Emil Christensen's pass up the boards, that gets nowhere. Lorentzen is after it, plays it back in behind his own net. And Emil Christensen will set it up. Tries a long pass, it worked. Denmark has it, the puck got rolling on him. And he just watched it go down the ice.
That was, yeah, that pass kind of blew up on him.
But it worked. There was a collision, and Denmark ended up with the puck. Sorokov's, his pass blocked by Morten Green. Waiting for it is Morten Paulsen for Mads Christensen. Mads Christensen sends it back to the line. Taken by Mads. Bodker scores! Mads Bodker let it go. Morten Paulsen was in front. And Denmark, a huge goal to tie this game up 2-2.
And very lucky because Marcus Lorsom jumped on the ice. He thought Bodker was changing. And instead, Bodker walks the blue line, lets the shot at Paulsen with a great deflection in front. And that's going to get past Merzlikins between the pads. And it is a 2-2 game, but went from a very close call to too many men to a tie game as Denmark able to strike.
Morten Paulsen with his first point of the championship. Great deflection, knocked it right down, and it bounces through the pads of Elvis Merzlikins.
Brezhnev's not happy with Sorokov's defenseman on that play as the puck should have got out.
The plastic game is being reviewed by the video referee.
Not sure what they're going to take a look at here. The offside.
Or are they thinking this was maybe a high stick?
That might be. side. That's a good goal.
Yes.
They're just gonna make sure is take a quick look. It's a good simple shot by Bodker as he walks that blue line, able to get that open lane to the net, and that is just a great deflection by Poulsen.
Two-two tie here in the second period. This shouldn't take long, and it doesn't look like it's going to. Point to center ice. Good goal for Denmark.
Denmark's had to have both their goals reviewed. First one kept playing. Thought it was crossbar by Nicholas Jensen, but it actually went in and hit the back bar. That's our first even strength goal of the game. More conversation now. Well, Nielsen's got his own jersey back on. So he's on the ice with the number 5 again.
Put it through the washer, rinse cycle into the dryer, and he's good to go. Gordon Poulsen, who has the tying goal, goes in after it. Deflected out at center ice by Anders Kulda, and then right back into the Latvian zone. So there's been a push from Denmark ever since they fell behind 2-1. They finally get this game knotted up one more time. Marcus Lorentzen with some room. Lorentzen chips it in and was going to go after it and elects to turn and head to the bench on a line change. Abels into the corner boards he goes, and then Abels drops the body into Lars Eller. Ehlers after it. Ehlers off his knees, spins it behind the net. Lars Eller first on the puck. For Nicholas Jensen, a shot from the line doesn't get to the net. Sarens blocked it, cleared it for Kulda, and Kulda will send it the rest of the way in. Dogovins is after it, but it's back for Lars Eller. Finds Jensen. Galvin stripped of the puck by Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers has a man in front, that's Morten Madsen. Ehlers spins and tried to put it to the net. And that didn't get there. Galvin's blocked it. Madsen comes back to Bodker, but it comes outside the line. For Oliver Lorentzen, he'll rattle it in. Back half of period number 2. Bucharts deflects this in. Norway and Sweden will get the action going tomorrow. Dogovins the shot, and Sebastian Dom with the save.
Good save by Dom as Dogovins just able to find some open ice. Shooting 100% in this game. One shot, one goal as he had the second power play goal off a great feed from Bucharts.
Morton Green out to take the face-off. Back to the right point, 6-0. No room to shoot it against the checking of Bjorkstrand. Taken by Girgensons, that shot is blocked. And Grassus watched closely there by Marcus Lorentzen. 6-0 lets another one go. That gets steered away. And back around for Marcus Lorentzen. Cleared back in. Savolskas goes in after it. Game 5 of this championship for both these teams. Latvia still looking for a win. And play whistle down. Denmark started the tournament with a 3-0 win over Norway, despite the fact they were outshot badly.
Had had some good goaltending. It's been Sebastian Dom in net. He's been the go-to guy for head coach Jan Carlson. And a nice redirect as Olsen has gotten Denmark tied up at 2 with Latvia.
You mentioned this earlier, the game they would like to have back, Denmark. They were up 2-0 to Switzerland and ended up losing it 3-2 on an overtime marker by Eric Blum. Sebastian Dom comes out to play it. And Latvia back on the attack. Sharp angle chance, that sails wide by Ronald Kennens. Kennens chasing it down. Drops it at the line. Sirokov tied up there by Abel, or by Paulson. And now play whistle down and a holding penalty coming to Sirokovs of Latvia.
Sirokov's trying to get that puck in, and he's going to wrap up Paulson along the wall just inside the blue line. So Latvia now takes a penalty. Little exchange, good play by Paulson, and then Sirokovs kind of gets the elbow and the leg, a little bit of a slew foot, and Denmark gets an opportunity on a power play.
They're 1-for-1 in this game. We have 4 power play goals in this tournament. Nikolai Ehlers has 2. Storm has 1. Jensen has the 1 in this game tonight. There's Daniel Nielsen, as we mentioned, back with his number 5 jersey on. 4 across the line for Latvia, and no room for Daniel Nielsen to get it in. Morton Green leaves for Nicholas Jensen. Jensen's going to try and drive it through, sends it in. Frederick Storm will be first on the puck to the backboards with Galvins. And Galvins knocks it free, and Zarins will sail it down the ice.
Frederick Storm thought there was a hook on the play, pointing to the official.
Nielsen drops it back, and here comes Ehlers. Ehlers chips it in, and a little bit of interference there by Sabalskis on Ehlers goes uncalled.
That might have been a penalty.
Yannick Hansen carries in for Nikolai Ehlers, and that shot into Sabalskis' ribs.
Good play by Sabalskis, timed it at the right place to go down and block that shot.
Heads to the bench, appears to be all right. Ehlers sends it through for Lars Eller. Eller and Galvins. Galvins wins the battle. Ehlers trying to hold it in. He can't, but it will be held in at the line by Lauritsen. In tight, sharp angle, Mats Christensen save made by Mysliskas. Cleared back down the ice, long shot, and Sebastian Dom is going to grab that and hang on to it.
Best chance on the power play comes from Christensen. Here's the play, Ehlers. This is definitely an interference. The puck is well gone. It's about 10 feet from where the chip was. Sabalskis with the interference, but then with a great block shortly after that. He goes down to block the shot.
Well, Elvis Merzlikins and Sebastian Dom came into this game very good numbers, 2 and 3 in the championship in the save percentage department. And both have made some big saves in this game tonight. They just need to try and keep their teams playing 5-on-5. Poulsen gets rubbed out, and this leaves the playing surface, but the linesman very quickly saying it was off a stick, so it will not be a penalty. Into the final 6 of period 2.
Morten Poulsen of Denmark has brought this game to a tie on a nice redirect. Both these teams have penalty kills have been the issue. A couple of power play goals for Latvia, a power play goal for Denmark.
We've seen Daniel Nielsen get back to his number 5. Daniel Nielsen leads Denmark in ice time, minutes played, and shifts. Ehlers leads them in shots on goal. And it is Sabalskas who leads Latvia in minutes played at 92 coming into this game, and he's seen plenty of action here tonight. Dogovans sends it in. Daniel Nielsen back for it. Nikolai Ehlers redirect there, trying to get that for Lars Eller. Eller, a first-round draft pick of the St. Louis Blues back in 2007. And they say Eller jumped the line, or are they pointing to Jannik Hansen on the right side?
Sure, Eller trying to bring that puck. Yet to find the back of net. 4 assists in this tournament for Lars Eller. 6th year with the Montreal Canadiens. Played all 79 games this past season. 13 goals, 13 assists, 26 points.
Back into the Denmark zone it goes. Cleared back out through center. Girgensons couldn't get a stick on it. Lorentzen cross ice, and Jensen will send it out in center. Getting dumped there is Morten. Mortensen brought back in by Maya. To the front of the net it goes, and Grassus is in after it. And Sebastian Dom with a big stop.
Some good work by Maya below the goal line. This is going to get it put in deep, and Drassus just a little chip play over to Maya. He's going to bring it wide, little centering feed, and Drassus from a sharp angle, and Dom does a good job just moving to his right, taking away that angle to make the save.
Talk about Norway and Sweden starting tomorrow. Sweden adding a couple of players today. Mattias Ekholm on his way, as is Anders Burakovsky.
Look at Patrick Bjorkstrand. We talk about Denmark hosting this. There's some brothers missing. Patrick's brother, Oliver Bjorkstrand. Mads Bodker's brother, Mikkel Bodker. Lars Eller's brother. And also one of the goalies, Nielsen, his brother, older brother, Frans Nielsen. 4 siblings that would add a lot to this hockey team.
Denmark will be keeping the 2018 playoffs for the NHL roll around. They'll be keeping close tabs as to what is going on there, as they will host the championship that year. Stefan Lassen. Oh, what a hit. There's going to be a penalty. And we may have more here than just the initial penalty.
Well, it's a pinch down the wall. And I'm not sure who took the hit, but they weren't even looking. I think this is Christensen. Emil Christensen has his back to the play. And it's Sorokovs that comes down the wall. The puck is there. And Christensen just not expecting the hit whatsoever. Sorokovs keeps the elbow down, but it's shoulder to the head.
And does he leave his feet?
No. But contact, Christensen just leaves himself very vulnerable.
Bjorkstrand comes over, and Christensen getting some assistance back to the Denmark bench.
So a penalty to Sorokovs, and Christensen. This is another defenseman for Denmark. They lost their best one, Jesper B. Jensen, who's done for the tournament, and this is going to be a 5. Alexis Sorokovs will be done for the evening. They've already seen Ronald McKinnon suspended in this tournament. Sorokovs will head back. Checking to the head. And that's where the contact is made. So a great chance now for Denmark for their power play to come through.
It is contact with the head.
It is. There's no question that is the call. Only problem I have is the defenseman needs to be aware of where they are on the ice. He's skating up with the puck, not looking up ice. He's admiring where it came from. That said, it's still a check to the head. So look at Christensen is being attended to by the team doctor.
Germany has a 4-1 lead on Belarus after 2 periods. As the officials, minus Poland and Sweden, Mark Wiegard of Switzerland, get this sorted out. And it will be a 5-minute power play for Denmark. And an opportunity to grab control of this game. They're back out again, cleaning up the ice surface.
A lot of delays in this game. We've had 2 delays for cleanup on the ice. We've had a couple goal reviews. Stops here, but for Denmark right now, maybe a good thing. Good chance to rest all 5 of their top unit here as they go to work on the power play.
Checking to the head and the game misconduct for Alexis Sorokovs. Healers sends it cross ice for Lawrenson. Plays it down for Eller. Eller the shot. And that is grabbed and held by Merzlikins.
Oh, an outside shot. Not the best angle, but easy save by Merzlikins as he just gloves that down. He thought about playing it for a second, but thought more of it to take the draw.
Talked about Eller, or Lars Eller, a St. Louis draft pick, went to Montreal in the Yaroslav Halak trade. Marcus Lawrenson back for Lars Eller. Back for Lawrenson. Ehlers on the near side takes the pass off his skates. Plays it back for Lawrenson. One-timer from Lars Eller, kicked away by Merzlikins. Ehlers for Jannik Hansen. It jumped off his stick. Gets it back, plays it behind the net. No one there for Denmark. Turned over by Sotniaks, and a shot from point-blank range by Lars Eller misses the net. Ehlers back for Marcus Lawrenson, over for Jannik Hansen. Watched by Dogovans. And he'll leave it for Lars Eller. Back for Nikolai Ehlers. Quick shot by Ehlers, wide short side. Eller. Marcus Lawrenson. That misses the net. Jannik Hansen couldn't pick it up cleanly. And Sotniaks, who turned that puck over to Lars Eller, will be happy to get that down the ice and head to the bench.
Latvia did a good job just allowing Denmark the outside, but none of those seam plays or good shots to the net as everything was steered wide.
The last 3 shots from Denmark missed the net. And now another penalty coming to Latvia. This one is going to get called for interference, similar to the one that got let go a while ago, and Zemgus Girgensson will head to the bench, penalty bench.
As we mentioned, Denmark getting themselves into penalty trouble now, and as tables have turned, as it's Latvia that is. There's the little interference, not much of an interference on Nicholas Jensen. You see the coaches of Latvia not happy with that call, but they will be short for a full 2 minutes, 5-on-3 here for Denmark.
So you had the major to Sorokovs, that has 3:18 left. And now the penalty to Girgensson. What an opportunity for Denmark. Morten Breen plays it down for Nicholas Jensen. Back for Morten Breen. Morten Madsen is in front of the net. Off the backside is Frederick Storm. Daniel Nielsen at the blue line waiting for that pass, but Jensen sends it down low for Green, back for Jensen, now for Nielsen. To the goal line for Storm, cross ice, Jensen the one-timer, that's off the leg. That's smarted as Sabalskis is limping a little. Storm, back for Green. Daniel Nielsen tees it up looking for the slap pass, and Frederick Storm couldn't tip it in. And that will allow Yerofeyevs to clear it down to the Denmark line.
Great play by Nielsen. That was a tap in. Storm seemed a little bit surprised by it at the side of the net.
Nicholas Jensen, good work, sends it back for Nielsen. Nielsen sends it cross ice, slap shot by Nikolai Ehlers, and that got stopped by Merzlikins. Ehlers is on it again. He has 2 power play goals in this tournament for Denmark. Down to the goal line, jamming at it, Jensen. Merzlikins is down, and does he find it in the pile? Yes.
Well, it's Nicholas Jensen that gets pushed on top of Merzlikins, and Sabalskis is in there. Yerofeyevs. Zeller, everyone involved. So we'll see if anything comes of this.
So they jam it to the net, and that brings about a whole bunch of traffic.
Well, Ehlers is just bringing us the goal line, and Jensen trying to walk it to the net. Merzlikins makes a save, then pushed in by Yerofeyevs. Then get some extra shots. We'll wait and see.
Vasevskis, Sabalskis, and then Hansen comes in.
Maybe Merzlikins might have. No, he just got out of the way. There's a chance earlier. Storm at the side of the net, just not ready for that. Great feed by Nielsen at the point. Little shot pass off to the side. That's a play you want to set up. And the whole net wide open is. Storm just can't get enough of that puck.
You're right, the look on his face was, uh-oh, that's coming my way. 44 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Latvia trying to kill this off without too much damage. Triple header tomorrow here at the Ice Palace. We'll kick it off at 12:15 noon. For local time with Norway and Sweden, followed by Russia and Switzerland, Latvia and Kazakhstan. Switzerland may have the toughest schedule on this pool of anyone, still having to play Russia, Sweden, and the Czech Republic. Nikolai Ehlers, good job to hold it in. Down for Eller, back for Ehlers. Cross ice for Jannik Hansen. Hansen looking for a passing lane, can't find one. Ehlers back down for Hansen. For Lars Eller, back for Hansen. In for Ehlers, what a save by Merzlikins. And Mats Christensen couldn't bat the rebound home. Ehlers has it again, off the leg, and now the net comes off. And how did that happen?
Merzlikins just pushing off from one side, but Ehlers, the play to the net is shot. Merzlikins with a great left pad save. Mats Christensen's gonna poke this free, and Lars Eller just skates right by it. He's coming out to help out. Here's the feed as goes off of Galvin's in front, and Merzlikins trying to push off that left post, pushes the net off. There's a great camera shot.
Could argue that might have been accidentally on purpose. Jannik Hansen for Nikolai Ehlers, a hard pass for Lars Eller that Eller couldn't handle. And Girgensons is out of the penalty box. A missed opportunity here for Denmark. Still a minute now left in the major penalty.
Well, they're gonna get the net fixed now. They had someone to come out and fix the pegs.
31 seconds left in the period.
Well, they're in no hurry. take, long as it's at least at the right end of the ice where Zamboni comes out. The net still was on its peg. The ref just didn't like it. Did not come off again, so I guess that's a signal for the drill.
Mark Wiegand of Switzerland, the referee, making that decision. Morten Madsen facing off with Dogovans. Madsen has had a great night in the face-off department, has had a great championship in the face-off department, wins that one. Nielsen looking for the high tip, and another outstanding save by Merzlikins. Wow, Bow redirects that to the front of the net, and it gets cleared down the ice.
He has been fantastic. Just absolutely robs Mathis Bow.
And quickly over to say job well done was Galvin's Elvis Merzlikins. What a save off Bow.
10 saves by Merzlikins, and Latvia may dodge a bullet here. They killed a 5-on-3 and only 34 seconds left to that Sorokov's major.
So this stays a 2-2 tie. 2 periods done here in Moscow.
Поддержи свою команду с Невеями. Невеями – официальный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею.
This is who I am.
Мир бизнеса постоянно меняется. Сегодня
Уважаемые зрители, мы надеемся, что посещение матча дарит вам незабываемые эмоции. Дорогие друзья, в продаже еще остались билеты на некоторые матчи чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года. Мы приглашаем вас на матчи чемпионата мира, а также предлагаем вам посетить официальные фан-зоны чемпионата. На открытой площадке, расположенной слева от входа на арену, проходят выступления артистов и розыгрыши призов от спонсоров чемпионата. Вы также можете посетить дом российской сборной, фудкорт, большой магазин официальных сувениров и билетные кассы. Фан-зона начинает работать ежедневно за 2 часа до первого матча и открыта до 23 часов. Вход в фан-зону свободный.
Dear friends, we hope that you enjoyed the game and we would like to remind you that there are tickets available for some of the games and we invite you to the games of the 2016 IIHF World Championship. We are very glad to invite you also to visit the official fan zone of the IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. On the left of the entrance to the arena, in the open space, you can find on-stage performance of popular singers, different activities and prize drawings by the sponsors. You can visit the Russian Fan House, the main food court, official merchandise shop and ticket office. Fan Zone opens every day 2 hours prior to the first game and closes at 11 p.m. Please welcome. The entrance is free.
Lickens has been terrific in goal for Latvia. And their penalty kill has done the job.
Well, he's been their best penalty killer. That big save at the end of period number 2 on Mathis Bow to keep this a 2-2 game is Latvia's penalty killing coming up big time after Alexis Sorokovs took a 5-minute for check to the head, then a 2-minute to Girgensson, so full 5-on-3 for 2 minutes they killed off, and just 34 seconds remaining in that original penalty to Sorokovs.
Nielsen back into his own zone for Denmark. A missed opportunity for this Danish squad. Nikolai Ehlers around Sotnieks. Ehlers dumps it back at the line. Lordson down for Jannik Hansen. Leaves for Ehlers. Ehlers trying to get it back for Eller. Eller. Nielsen. He'll rip that from the line. Dogman's blocked it. Ehlers trying to get that back to Magnus Lordson, and this will go all the way down the ice.
So Denmark unable to take advantage of what would be a key opportunity in this game to grab the lead.
Stefan Lassen for Mats Bodker. That pass got gobbled up. Here comes Andrasis and the wrist shot, and Sebastian Dom, a glove save.
There's a look at Elvis Merzlikins as he has been key in this game. Couple big saves, he's moved all over as the power play of Denmark continued to pepper him. Just moving side to side really well. That time the net, the big save off Bow at the end of period number 2, his best of the night.
Bodker deflected in by Storm. Merzlikins plays it around the boards. Maya takes that return pass from Girgensons, jammed away by Dom, and now Maya stays on it. Spins it back for Andrasis. All over him is Lassen. Girgensons is after it, but he'll leave it for Maya. Maya will leave it for Girgensons. His shot, and Freeberg's unable to get a stick on it. Back for Maya. 2-2 tie, we're in the 3rd period. Freeberg's at the line, watched by Bodker. A low shot that nobody saw, and that just missed. Flipped in on Merzlikins, and Merzlikins was going to play it. Referee blows it down.
Well, some pressure from Latvia, and that low shot by Freeberg didn't miss by much. It's Dom with a nice poke check on Maya, who nice little move around Stefan Lassen of Denmark.
Latvia looking for its first victory. In from the line is Jens Nielsen, or Nicholas Jensen. He'll hang on to it. Played around the boards, stuffed up the wall, nothing doing there. And then taken by Sorokovs and sent back out at center ice. Abols is on it. Plays it deep. Sebastian Dom will leave it. Oliver Lordson will barge his way into the Latvian zone to the corner with Bukarts. Dogmans can't get a stick on it. Jannik Hansen for Daniel Nielsen, and that blast never got through. Send out at center, and Zarens will send it the rest of the way. Dom is careful with it and leaves it there for Oliver Lordson. Eller back for Lordson. Watched by Dogmans. And the drumming continues from the Latvian fans. Jannik Hansen trying to barge his way through. Couldn't. Sharp angle chance for Ehlers. Back for Daniel Nielsen, tipped away. And Nikolai Ehlers back, covering up for Nielsen. Shot right on. A well-executed odd-man rush by Latvia, and a great save by Sebastian Dom. And now we got a problem with the net at the other end of the ice.
Well, they didn't blow the whistle right away. They allowed it to play out as the net was off. Merzlikins signaling for it, but he should maybe be quiet as his team with a great chance at the other end, and it's Maya, who has had opportunities in this game, in other games, but has yet to put up a point. The rebound right in front, can't get a handle on it. They put the net back on in the Latvian zone as we look against Maya. Another one of the Latvian players that plays for Riga in the KHL.
Some frustration on his part because, as you mentioned, he has had some great chances and still looking for his first goal of the championship. Pavlov's trying to send it. Good down low coverage by Lassen. Kept in at the line by Savalskis. After it goes Pavlov's. Ridden into the corner by Mats Bodker. Pavlov stays on it. And Morten Madsen breaks it up and plays it for Frederick Storm. He's squeezed to the boards by Pavlovs. Abel's trying to send it back down low. It's sent down the ice. And an icing call against Denmark.
Yeah, Carlson disappointed that the power play wasn't able to come through for them. It was a big point in this game, but the penalty kill and it's Brezhnev. His Latvian team able to battle through that, getting themselves in a bit of a trouble heading to the penalty box.
Latvia came in with a penalty kill of 77.7%. That's going to go up a little bit because of the 5-on-3. After Latvia did give up a power play goal to open the scoring in this game. Long pass intended for Zarins. It was his power play goal in the opening period that tied the game. And then Dogevans gave Latvia a 2-1 lead for a goal by Poulsen. Tied the game up. Nicholas Jensen plays this out at center. Right back in by Bukarts. And Dom will send it to the corner for Lars Eller. Eller winds it up. Eller trying to create some space against the checking of Maya, and great job defensively by Maya.
Well, great back check. He keeps his feet moving, able to get the stick in there and poke the puck away from Eller.
Maya falls, and that allows the puck to be cleared in by Lauritsen. The younger of the Lauritsens, Marcus. Marcus Lauritsen, wrist shot, way high. Daniel Nielsen trying to play it back down low. Lauritsen for Nielsen, throws it to the front of the net and changed directions. May have gone off Nikolai Ehlers. Maya, his pass through center, tipped away, but Girgensons follows up. Girgensons wide, Girgensons. Watched by Lauritsen for Pavlovs. Spins it back down low, but Nielsen's going to be first on it. Plays it ahead for Lars Eller. Eller will play it back for Daniel Nielsen. Lauritsen sends it outside the line, cleared back in by Latvia. Pavlovs was inside the line, and that'll be whistled down on the offside. 2-2 tie, under 14 in the third.
Skoda, simply clever.
Trying to get the players going. It's a slow start here to this third period. It's tied at 2, so one's going to be looking for the victory as Latvia looking for that first win of the tournament.
Both teams cautious. Chance in front. Rebound, loose puck. And Besevskis took a whack at it, couldn't get it to go. Denmark sat back in one game earlier in this championship. Had a 2-0 lead against the Swiss and ended up losing it. Freebergs to the front of the net. That hit Besevskis. Morten Madsen is after it, kept in by Sabalskis. Taken in the corner by Abels. Back at the line, Sabalskis. Easy save for Sebastian Dom as he steers that away. Bukarts plays it back down low, spinning off the check is Besevskis. Back to the left point. Galvin's the shot. Off a leg and wide. Lassen is after it. Lassen trying to pull away from Dogovins. Zarin's in front of the net. And Sebastian Dom shuts that down as Denmark careless with the puck in its own zone.
Well, Lassen just soft on the puck. Dogovins does a great job, just able to strip him and put it to the front of the net. A great chance for Zarins. Lassen trying to get away from Dogovins. Dogovins just with one hand on his stick, and then some help coming in is Zarins, who's eventually going to get that loose puck, but he's shooting it right into Sebastian Dom.
Morten Green and Kaspers Dogovins take the face off. Zarins back for Dogovins. Trying to come back to the left point to Galvins. It got tipped away. Mats Christensen trying to find some room. Christensen cuts to the middle. Still has it. Fires. And a save made by Merzlikins.
It was Poulsen parked right in front of Merzlikins. And not sure if he got a stick on it. Poulsen with a great redirect goal earlier in this game, but a nice play by Mats Christensen as he cuts back. Shot to the net, middle lane drive, and Poulsen right in front as Merzlikins comes up with the glove save.
Christensen plays in the German league, and this is his 8th World Championship. Merzlikins leaves it for Freebergs. Forehand Brassus, stopped at center by Morten Green, and fired back in by Poulsen. Offside at the line.
Denmark looking to this line to maybe be the one that can give them the lead, as Lars Eller still looking for his first goal of this tournament. Jurgensen's on the other side. Some of the NHL players. Jurgensen's the first-round Buffalo pick. Wheeler's first-round Winnipeg. Eller St. Louis. And Hansen, longtime Vancouver Canuck.
Daniel Nielsen hustles back, chips it up the boards. Jannik Hansen leaves it for Eller. Eller to the line, tried to flip it to Hansen, but Hansen had to put the brakes on or he would have been offside. Under 12 now to go in regulation in a 2-2 draw. Mea sends this in. Jurgensen's after it. Been grabbed off by Nikolai Ehlers, and he'll leave it for Lorentzen. Marcus Lorentzen back for Ehlers. Cross-ice pass goes off a skate, and Karam's back into the neutral zone, and Jannik Hansen has to give chase. To center and no further. Pavlovs and Bodker chops it out. Sabalskis carries wide, trying to stuff it in the short side. And Sebastian Dom, a couple more saves, the second one off Abels. Pavlovs, watched by Bodker. Shot from the slot by Abels, didn't get through. Abels goes after it again. For Pavlovs, he'll swing this down low. Besevskis into the slot for Dogovins as he came unnoticed off the bench.
Good cycle by Latvia. They're just moving the puck well, hanging on, protected, making plays, and guys coming to support. This is Dogovins, comes right off the bench, down the center lane, and he would have liked a better shot than right into the crest. Here's the drive by Sabalskis and a good play as Abels had a chance at the side of the net. Bit of a rolling puck for him as there was room up top, a lot of room above Sebastian Dom.
Dom, a former OHLer, now 29 years of age. And a big save there to keep this 2-2. Dogovins is on it again. Oliver Lawrence is after him, and the puck goes to Nicholas Jensen. Jensen sends it ahead. Loose puck off Merzlikins, and no one could get a stick on it. Morton Green plays it back for Madsen. Mats Christensen plays it into the corner for Poulsen. Back for Mats Christensen beyond his reach. And Galvins gets dumped and sends it around the boards, and it's kept in at the line though. To the front of the net by Poulsen. And that ricochets to the corner. Don't think we have seen Emil Christensen since he took the hit.
Well, that might have been the end of his night. His check to the head from Sorokovs. And he was down, needed to be helped, went back down the tunnel with the team doctor.
And Sorokov's got 5 and a game. Latvia took another penalty during the 5-minute major and a full 2-minute 5-on-3 for Denmark, and they could not capitalize. Galvin stuffs this out at center, and Nikolai Ehlers is on it. Into the back half of period 3 here at the Ice Palace. Dennis Bayak and Shane Knighty with you, sent around the boards and an icing call.
Oh, Hansen talking to his defenseman, Marcus Lordson, about where he wanted that pass. Sebastian Dom has made some good saves. At the other end, Elvis Merzlikins, the Latvian goaltender, very key on that power play Denmark had that you were just speaking of, Dennis.
Marcus Lorentzen plays it for Daniel Nielsen, sends it up for Lars Eller, away from him, and here comes Ehlers. Ehlers looking for some room, can't find any as Pavlov's cut off the opening. Now finds Eller, Eller trying to find some room, does, and back for Jensen. And Nicholas Jensen ripped that shot over top the net, off the stick.
Well, real good job by Zasevskis, gets back. Good defensive stick as Jensen looking for his second of this game. A nice play by Ehlers. He goes through, beats Jensen, and Zasevskis, good read as he gets that stick into the shot lane, deflects it out of play.
Germany up on Belarus 4-2 late. So Germany will move to 7 points. And in the process will jump both France and Slovakia. Odd man rush, Bukarts, and Zarens couldn't bury it. Yerofeyevs holds it in at the line. Slap shot deflected by Bukarts. Dogovins back for Bukarts in the slot. Zarens shot it wide. Dogovins on it again. Rink wide. Oh, that was a dangerous pass. Sent down low. Nicholas Jensen almost picked that off, and he would have been gone. Slap shot blocked by Morten Madsen. Dogovins back behind the net. Stefan Lassen breaks it up, and this hits someone on the Denmark bench.
Zarens can't believe it. Bukarts has had a great game, 2 great assists and another fantastic pass, and Zarens almost plays it a little too soft as just steers that wide. Zarens open up the scoring. Great feed. Bukarts power play goal as Zaren rips it to the top, and then Zarens to Bukarts to Dogovins in the back of the net. The second power play goal for Latvia in this game.
8 minutes left in regulation. Germany has defeated Belarus. Poulsen tried to clear the zone, could not. Off the backboards. Good job by Oliver Lawrenson to get inside position on Andrasis. But to center and no further. And now finally carried in by Mats Christensen. Takes it wide on Sabalskis. Poulsen to the front of the net. And Merzlikins is going to jump on it, and he will hold it. 7:28 in regulation.
Push me, and then just hurt me till I get my satisfaction.
Well, it's been a wild one here, tied at 2. Just waiting for someone to get that go-ahead goal. Latvia with a great chance on the 2-on-1.
They've had some chances in the past few shifts. So the face-off, Lars Eller comes out with Hansen and Ehlers, the big line for Denmark. Shot from the line by Daniel Nielsen doesn't get through. It is Dogevins along with Bukarts and Zarins. The line for Latvia, and Sotnieks feeds Dogevins. Dogevins gets across the line. Drops for Zarins, but Lars Eller takes it away. Jannik Hansen back for Eller, has Ehlers headed to the net. And Lars Eller goes short side, and that got blocked.
Lars Eller hesitated. He had Ehlers wide open.
Bukarts drops for Dogevins. In too deep to fire it. Plays it back. And Eurofeev's had it skip on him, and it bounces over his stick. Dogevins throws it all the way back. Eurofeev's back up for Dogevins. Pavlov's tied up by Daniel Nielsen. Nicholas Jensen couldn't come up with it. Eurofeev's plays it around. Tied up in a battle for a loose puck. Morten Madsen for Daniel Nielsen. His pass picked off at the line as holding the line was Eurofeev's. And now Nielsen will feather it through. Marcus Lawrenson sends it ahead. And Nicholas Jensen! Save made Merzlikins as Jensen fired that one up high. Pavlov's plays it deep, and Nicholas Jensen is back for it. Ahead for Poulsen. Poulsen jams it through, goes in after it. He has a goal in this game. Maya stuffs it up for Andrasis. Takes a look, has Girgensons with him. Andrasis to the front of the net. And this will come all the way back to the line, but kept in by Freebergs. Poulsen. And as they break back, Jensen with Mads Christensen. Mads Christensen dangling his way to the side of the net. Lars Eller, rebound. And that got cleared away. What a chance for Lars Eller.
Great initial save. Merzlikins stayed with him all the way as he walked to the front of the net.
One of these goalies is not going to win this game tonight, and that'll be unfortunate because they both have been absolutely terrific. Nikolai Ehlers, nice move, and then he gets tripped up. Play goes on. Boy, Dogevins thought he was getting one.
Well, the Denmark bench can't believe he didn't.
Sotnieks to the line, no further, and Lars Eller turns it back. Eller poke check from behind by Bukarts. Denmark trying to change. Almost too many men on the ice. Wrist shot stopped by Sebastian Dom. Nielsen. The long lead pass at center, that goes awry. Samolskis for Sotnieks, stopped at center by Nicholas Jensen. Abels dumps it in. Marcus Lawrenson sends it out. Nicholas Jensen knocks it down. Jensen in one-on-one. And Sabolska's got a stick as Jensen was looking up top far side.
Nicholas Jensen has had a real good game, and play by Ehlers. Here's the play, little shot, nice save by Merzlikins, and then the chance for Lars Eller. Great move to the front of the net, one shot. Gets a little help as the rebound opportunity wasn't there. Lars Eller, 6 shots on goal, Jensen 5, Ehlers, and Galvins leads the way for Latvia with 4.
Denmark will play the Czech Republic on Sunday. We'll play Kazakhstan on Monday to wrap up the round robin. Latvia will play Kazakhstan on Saturday and Norway on Tuesday. And play stopped. And the net again is off the peg in behind Elvis Merzlikins.
Nobody knew. The goalie is the VAR official that spotted it. Merzlikins wasn't aware. He didn't have any idea. Probably why is because it wasn't him. It was the defenseman Yerofeevs that knocked the net off. So we'll get that set again.
Merzlikins from the KHL with Lana Togliatti. 6 seasons in the KHL for him. In across, deep, sent in deep by Jensen, under 3.5 in regulation. Girgensons couldn't get anywhere. And Eller will play it back for Lorentzen. Leaves it for Nielsen. Fires it off the blocker of Merzlikins and up into the netting.
This from Denmark all game, just long shots from outside the blue line that have either brought faceoffs or been knocked out of play rather than maybe a dump to regain possession. Look at Nicholas Jensen open up the scoring for Denmark.
Morten Madsen, their best face-off man, will take this face-off against Girgensons. Coming into this game, Girgensons 56%, Madsen 63.5%. Girgensons, Zarens goes in and wins that one. Cleared out at center and back in for Storm. Dogovans with a bit of a hook. Dogovans maybe has avoided a penalty twice in the last 3 shifts.
He just may have as he gets the stick in a Storm, this time with the rush into the zone. Saw earlier in this tournament, Savchenko from Kazakhstan scored from his own end on Barra. Well, Reto Barra can feel better because Thomas Greiss let in a worse goal in that Germany game against Belarus. But there's the play by Dogovans. Bit of a hook.
Morten Green out with Poulsen and Mads Christensen. Lorentzen and Jensen poised at the line inside the Latvia zone. But Latvia wins the face-off and it's around for Dogovans. He is stopped by Lorentzen and it's slapped back in by Morten Green, and then Dogovans gives Morten Green a shot before he heads to the bench. Now Dogovans headed to the bench. Morten Green has the puck. Into the final 2.5 for regulation. We've seen some late goals to both win and tie games. This one is tied. Will we see a late winner? Chip through. Girgensons tied up. Latvia without the services of Miklas Redlich as he is out with injury.
Leading scorer for them, so a big missing piece to this Latvian team.
Especially if this goes to overtime or a shootout. Sent in by Marcus Lorentzen. After it is Lars Eller. Sotnieks prevented Lars Eller from doing anything with it. Ehlers in on the forecheck. It's kept in at the line. Ehlers plays it back for Lorentzen, for Jensen. Jensen the shot off a stick and high. Madsen plays it back around the boards. Ehlers corrals it. Plays it back for Jensen. Nicholas Jensen, Ehlers to the front of the net. And Merzlikins with a big save off Nikolai Ehlers, who now scampers to the bench. And the shot by Lawrenson, did that go off the crossbar?
Yeah, Lawrenson can't believe it. So a couple of great chances as Merzlikins pays a little tribute to the iron. Oliver Lawrenson almost ends it. First Jensen, a great play to Ehlers, who gets wide open. Merzlikins makes the save. And then the puck's gonna come to Oliver Lawrenson, and it's off the crossbar and out of play.
Denmark back close to a late goal. To maybe win this. Green. Out for the draw again as it's right back with Green, Mads Christensen, and Morten Poulsen. Now Green gets waved out. Christensen will go in and take the face-off against Zarens. And Zarens wins it again. Dogovans to the line, trying to jam it through. He got squeezed out, and Denmark with a minute to go in regulation, sending it back to the Latvian zone. Stopped at center by Daniel Nielsen for Christensen, and the shot stopped by the left pad of Merzlikins. Back for Zarens for Bukarts. Bukarts toe drag, save made Sebastian Dom. And does this leave the playing surface?
Yeah.
Are we getting?
Gonna get a penalty to Denmark with 36 seconds left. Mads Christensen's gonna flip the puck over the glass, so delay a game. Unfortunate penalty to take. A huge 36 seconds now for Denmark. A timeout for Latvia because the Bukarts, Zarens, Dogovans line was on the ice, and they'll want to make sure they're rested.
Well, that'll be the first key for Denmark to kill off the rest of regulation and get this game to the overtime. They would at least pick up a point at that time.
Valuable point for both these teams.
Switzerland, who owns fourth spot right now, has a very tough schedule. They have yet to play Sweden, Czech Republic, and Russia.
Now that would make it a tough final three for them. And they've had to work hard here through the beginning. They've seen 3 extra time games.
If they make it, they would have earned it. 36.9 power play Latvia. 4th power play of the game. Latvia 2 for 3. With the man advantage. And would love to end this and pick up the 3-point win. Bukarts, Savalskas, and Sotniaks. He's got a power play goal in this championship. Cross ice! Oh, what a save! Sebastian Dom, and then he loses his helmet.
Wow. Either Dom or Nielsen, you got 2 bodies there, is off to the side. A great chance to end it. The shot is going to come to Zarens at the side. And I think it's Daniel Nielsen that may have made the stop. Sebastian Dom loses his helmet. A great read by the defenseman, Nielsen.
Wow, what a chance. Another big face-off. To the left of Sebastian Dom, Dogovans. And Green, Dogovans wins it. Savalskas for Bukarts. Back for Savalskas. Putting it in the wheelhouse of Sotniaks, off the goalpost. Lawrenson hit the crossbar at one end. Sotniaks hits the goalpost at the other. We're going to overtime.
What chances for Latvia at the end of this game, but it is going to need some extra time as it goes off the post in the dying seconds. They get that shot they want from the point, the middle, and it changes direction, goes off the post. Dogovins doesn't turn around, or he would have recognized it coming right back at him. Good job in front by the defenseman Nielsen, who had 2 real solid defensive plays at the end of the game.
We'll step aside when we come back. It's 4-on-4 extra time. Sixth overtime game here at the Ice Palace. There's been 7 total in the tournament. They've had 1 in St. Petersburg. We have seen plenty of extra time here in this rink.
Well, Latvia's been involved. This will be their 3rd. Switzerland's been involved in 3. Those 2 teams lead the way in extra time play.
So for Latvia, they lost in overtime to Sweden, lost in a shootout to the Czech Republic. As far as Denmark is concerned, lost in overtime to Switzerland.
It was on a power play, which Latvia has now.
1:10 left in the minor penalty to Mads Christensen for shooting the puck over the glass. Sabalskis, Dogovins, Bukarts the slap shot wide, and there's the result.
You have to get that on net. Crucial power play and basically clear the zone for the other team.
Sabalskis, and offside as Sabalskis put the brakes on right at the line, and Dogovins.
Well, not exactly what you want to see from your power play here in a key time in overtime. Just simple mental errors. Ton of room for Sabalskis to carry that over the line, and he stops up short.
Latvia's penalty killing killed off a major, and in that major there was a full 2-minute 2-man advantage for Denmark. Denmark couldn't score, and now Denmark is trying to have its penalty kill operate perfectly at a key time. Kaspers Dogovins. This line has played big-time minutes for Latvia tonight. Dogovins back in the line. Sabalskis back for Dogovins. Dogovins doesn't shoot it. Sabalskis does, and he'll miss the net. Dogovins drops it back with a dozen seconds now left in the power play. Bukarts tees it up, and a glove save by Sebastian Dom. And now a pair of 25s. Zarens and Oliver Lordson go nose to nose.
Well, Bukarts a pair of assists in this game, and good job just taking the ice Sebastian Dom does a good job looking through the traffic, and an easy save for him as he gets the glove on.
One more face-off win, one more clear for Denmark, and Mads Christensen will be back on the ice. We'll be back to 4-on-4. Maya comes out along with Andrasis. Soknieks and Galvin's at the line. Battle for a loose puck. Latvia wins that battle. Galvin's trying to get it back, and it comes outside the line, and that'll do it. Mads Christensen out of the penalty box and hustling to get back into the play. Puck around the boards. He'll wait for it. Play it back in behind his own net for Daniel Nielsen. So 4-on-4 as Denmark's penalty killing has done the job. Soknieks with Morten Madsen in on him, so he'll put on the brakes and send it up the left side. Jurgensen wrist shot, and that changed directions, and Dom makes the save, and now Jurgensen's and Nielsen for Jensen had it in the corner.
Jurgensen's just a shot from the outside as he tries to get around Nicholas Jensen, and him and Jensen come together afterwards. Little hook back and forth.
Face-off win by Denmark. Mats Bodker sends this down the ice, and it will make it for icing.
Not exactly the back and forth overtime you'd expect from 4-on-4. Maybe both teams just vying for a shootout.
34-31, the shots favoring Denmark. They have gone back and forth. 2 power play goals for Latvia, 1 power play goal for Denmark. Savolskas lets the shot go, blocked in front. Dogovan's a backhander, not much on it. And Sebastian Dom wanted to keep that going, and the referee whistles it down.
Bit of a quick whistle, chance for Dom. He's trying to send his team on a fast break. Dogovan's gets a much needed break. He's been on the ice a ton here for Latvia.
Each team has a point in this game. They'll play for the extra one. So Latvia now 3 points, Denmark 5 points, and 1 more up for grabs. 2 points for an extra time win, 3 points for a regulation win. That's why that power play at the end of the 3rd period for Latvia was so important. Nielsen will leave it for Lars Eller. Eller in across the line. He has Nikolai Ehlers out there with him. Nielsen takes the pass and sends it for Ehlers. Ehlers trying to get away from the checking of Galvin, sends it back for Lars Eller. Eller back for Ehlers. Ehlers puts on the brakes. Eller trying to get free in front. Eller steals from Galvin. For Ehlers. Fakes the drop pass. Ehlers to the forehand. And getting a stick on that was Zarens. Nielsen plays it back. Quick lead pass, Mads Christensen. Christensen has it poked off his stick, and the netminder, Merzlikins, had to be careful with that one.
Zarens had poked it free.
Quickly to the front of the net from Jensen, and Christensen couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's just lifted back to the Denmark line. Christensen being watched by Andrasis. Left wing pass, Bodker. To the Latvia line and no further. Nicholas Jensen will play this back, and we're 1:12 from a shootout. Is there a hero out there? Jensen sends it in, goes in after it. Dogovan's bumped him off the puck. Dogovan's checked by Frederick Storm. Storm trying to hold it in. Off the bench is Daniel Nielsen. Has the puck and plays it in behind the Latvian net. Sabalskas being chased by Jensen. To the line, cuts wide on Eller. Sabalskas protects the puck against the checking of Lordson. Daniel Nielsen will skate it out. He gets chased back.
Just letting the clock wind down.
Nicholas Jensen takes it all the way back. Will he try for one last push? Finds Eller. Eller trying to split the defense. Galvin's knocked it away, and we are headed to a shootout.
For Latvia, this is their second shootout of the tournament. Denmark's first.
So overtime solves nothing. Shootout is yet to come in a 2-2 tie.
Внимание, уважаемые зрители, выполнение послематчевых бросков начинает сборная команда Латвии.
And again, the initial procedures are right to Latvia. The shot for Team Latvia is taken by number 25, Andrijs Zariņš.
Zarins will start the shootout for Latvia. In on Sebastian Dom. Zarins and stopped by Dom.
Zarins had a great shot to open this game on the power play. This time comes in, he's going to slow it right up. And then he's going to shoot this right into Dom's path, looking for some room, 5-hole.
Lars Eller for Denmark.
The shot for Denmark is taken by number 81, Lars Eller.
He used the entire ice surface, cuts back in front, and scores! Lars Eller.
Well, he goes wide. He wants to open up the 5-hole, and he gets it. Goes under the arm, actually, of Merzlikins, who's tried to stay with it.
So Denmark with the early lead, and Drasis is next up to shoot for Latvia. Mix and Drasis. And scores.
Three head fakes there from Andrasis as he comes down on Dom. Front two, and then a beautiful finish as takes it to the forehand and sticks it behind the net.
Long reach of Andrasis. Here comes Nikolai Ehlers. In with some speed to the backhand, and he put it over top the net. He had Merzlikins beaten.
He had Merzlikins down. He's coming in with speed. Gets him to go down. He has the top corner, and he just lifts it over top.
So a chance for Kasper Stogevens to give Latvia the lead.
The shot for Denmark is taken by number 16, Zariņš.
Fakes, and Sebastian Dom just stays with him.
Well, I don't know if we're going to mark on effort on this one, but it was poor. Stogevens trying that little leg kick, very slow in the save by Dom.
My favorite line, you could have timed it with a calendar. Niklas Jensen to the forehand to the backhand, scores! Niklas Jensen wins it for Denmark.
Beautiful goal by Jensen. A little bit of Peter Forsberg in there as he takes it to the backhand. What a move, what a finish. And the Danes will celebrate as they get the shootout win.
So what a bounce back for them after getting beaten 10-1 last night.
Absolutely, that's exactly the response the coach was looking for. And he gets a good result, another heartbreaking loss for Latvia.
So Latvia will pick up a point, but they remain winless. Denmark will pick up its second win, and that'll give Denmark 6 points in the championship. Triple header tomorrow. Join us. Good night from Moscow.
And just a few seconds will start the best player award ceremony.
Дамы и господа, начинаем церемонию награждения лучших игроков матча.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we start the best player award ceremony.
Награды предоставлены Raiffeisenbank International, официальным спонсором чемпионата мира по хоккею с шайбой 2016 года.
The best player of each team will be awarded by Raiffeisenbank International, the official sponsor of the 2016 IIHF Hockey World Championship.
Награды лучшим игрокам вручает спортивный директор Международной Федерации хоккея на льду господин Дэйв Фицпатрик.
And the prize will be awarded by the sports director of the International Ice Hockey Federation, Dave Fitzpatrick.
Лучшим игроком в составе сборной Латвии назван Роберт Букарц, номер 71.
The best player of Team Latvia, number 71, Robert Bukats.
Лучшим игроком в составе сборной Дании назван Фредерик Штурм, номер 9.
The best left in Denmark, number 9, Frederick Sturm.
Внимание, дорогие друзья! В честь команды победительницы звучит государственный гимн Дании.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the winning team, please rise for the national anthem of Denmark.
Дорогие друзья, мы надеемся, что игра подарила вам незабываемые впечатления. Мы напоминаем вам, что в продаже есть билеты на некоторые матчи чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года, а также приглашаем вас в фан-зону чемпионата. На входе площадки расположены слева от входа на арену, проходят выступления артистов и розыгрыши призов от спонсоров чемпионата. Вы можете посетить дом российской сборной, футбол, большой магазин официальных сувениров и билетной кассы. Фан-зона начинает работать ежедневно в 2 часа до первого матча и открыта до 23 часов. Вход в фан-зону свободен.
There are still tickets available for some of the games and the invited to the games of 2016 World Championship. We're also glad to invite you to visit the official fan zone of the 2016 International Sport Federation World Championship. On the other way of the they are always racing the private on-stage performance of popular singers, different activities and prize zones for the sponsors. You can also visit the Russian fan house to the food court, the official merchandise shop activities. The fans are always every day to always prize on Thursday. Those at the weekend, please welcome. Breakfast is free.
Дорогие друзья, благодарим вас за внимание и поддержку. Желаю вам всего самого доброго. И напоминаю вам, что завтра первый матч на нашем турнире начнется в 12 часов 15 минут. А лед ведут сборные команды Норвегии и Швеции. Мы еще раз благодарим вас, дорогие друзья, за внимание и поддержку. И до завтра.
Dear friends, thank you very much for attendance tonight, and we just remind you that the World Championship will continue tomorrow. On Saturday, there will be 3 matches, and the first game starts at 12:15 between the national teams of Norway and Sweden. Thank you very much for your attendance tonight, and see you tomorrow.
Чем любим играть, что бы не любили и что бы любили не очень. Наступает момент, когда все уходит на второй план, и нас объединяет одно. Это наша игра, потому что хоккей в каждом из нас. Шкода, генеральный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею.
This is the decisive second. The second when you act. The point of no return. This is where you meet yourself. This is where a new adventure begins. This is the moment. This is your time. Tiso.
Хоккей – это спорт, где все относятся к своему делу по-особенному. И болельщики, и хоккеисты. Здесь каждый старается изо всех сил и выкладывается на поле. Поэтому мы поддерживаем чемпионат мира по хоккею уже много лет.
Шестнадцатый турнир команды Латвии.
The shot from the first day, number 16, blocks off over the reach. 16 blocks off over the reach. Jonas Jensen.
Со счетом 3-2 победила сборная команда Дании.
Yes, we did this. The teams of the purple and green.
Ты с уверенностью встречаешь любые испытания. А как насчет твоего лица? Новый крем для лица Nivea создан специально для мужчин. Он эффективно увлажняет кожу и защищает ее от сухости. Новый мужской крем Nivea. Уверенность тебе к лицу. Свою команду с Nivea. Nivea – официальный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею.
conviction and determination I need every day. The years of training, pushing myself to be the strongest, the sharpest. My dedication to the game, to my teammates who are counting on me to deliver. The nerves of steel, the preparation and ritual before the adrenaline of the match. The responsibility of being my best every time, prepared to fight every shift on the ice. This is not just a sport. This is who I am.
Мир бизнеса постоянно меняется. Сегодня невозможно оставаться лидером рынка без постоянного развития и роста. Преодоление хаоса в делах не только закаляет характер компании, но и делает ее чемпионом. Kyocera – это яркий пример